So you mentioned your father. Tell me about the company. Tell me about your family and the history of the company. We were talking about your grandfather earlier.
Yeah, my grandfather was an inventor, so he developed a number of very strange stuff during the World War and after the World War, and that was the beginning of the company. He was doing crazy stuff, and then he started with.
Well, one of the things that I read about is he would take bricks and
Yep.
crush them and make them into new bricks.
Yes, because immediately after the World War, all the buildings were destroyed and there were no bricks to build up new houses, new buildings. And there was no time to wait for making them, because also the companies that was manufacturing the bricks were destroyed. So in Italy, well, there was a long period without anything. Everything was destroyed. Even the big companies that were doing other things were converted to the war. So they were good at doing guns, but they were not anymore good at doing other things. So what my grandfather thought was to take the bricks, the old bricks, the damaged one of the builds that were down, and modify, making them maybe a little smaller than the standard, but at least to have flats around to build up with the old bricks, new buildings. So it was really, well, it was new. Nobody ever think of it. I don't know why nobody until that moment ever thought of it, but it was the first, and that way he was able to do new bricks from the old ones and to sell to manufacturing, to builders, to build up new houses. And then he did the coffee machine, the espresso coffee machine patent, and other stuff. But
I'm
actually,
sorry, what was his name? I couldn't find it online.
Salvatore.
Salvatore. Yeah.
Salvatore.
And is he still alive?
No.
No, I'm sorry.
And yes, so that was when he was already in Modena. But at the beginning he was, and that's new to me actually, we discovered not long ago, the very first job when he was 18 years old was to work for Benelli, motorcycles, and he was the chief mechanic of Benelli. And that was very curious to me because it's, something that is very close to what we are doing now, and that for 100 or maybe 50 years we have not done. So completely new. Do you want to wait for him?
Nah, I can edit him out. After your grandfather, your father started.
Yes.
He started CRP.
Yeah. Actually, the name was different. We changed the name in the 2000 and something. The first name of the company was Cevolini, as his surname, and that's where we are starting to count years of the 45. So my grandfather was before, but when it became Cevolini company, we start to count.
And at that point, you were doing investment casting and.
Yeah, actually, he was working mainly for machining. He was doing machining.
Yeah.
He developed a lot of machining. My father was the first to introduce the CAM technology on machining for small series, so not for big productions, and also to use the.
He's going to be famous.
And also to use the, I don't know exactly in English, you know that